name's Julie from So Unique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Well, welcome to episode 180. If you're new here, thank you for subscribing to the channel. It's nice to have you here. And as I've just said, my name's Julie, and I have a fabric, yarn, and haberdashery shop, and I make handmade items as well. So yes, welcome. So this week, as you can see, I'm at the shop. Had a sort of change of what I'm doing, mainly because I've been making bags down here, so I didn't want to cart them all home, so I have to cart them all back down again. So my job today, after I finish filming, is I can take all the photographs that I need for the website, so I can get all the bags on the website when I get home. So I'm going to be hard at it all day today. I have got bags to share with you. I've got some new fabrics to share with you. They've just come in. I've got 3 autumn ones and 3 summer ones, and they look really, really nice, and I think they would make some lovely baskets. And I've also got some new cross stitch kits in, which they are for Halloween, but they are cutesy, so they're very nice. So I will share sort of the fabricy shoppy stuff at the end. So yeah, and I will continue with the vlog when I get home, because I have got some crochet to share with you, but like I say, I haven't got that here. I will do that at home. But I don't know where the week's gone. I seem to have only just come back from being away, and we're back to Monday again. Oh dear. So obviously Mondays I'm not doing anything because I'm filming and doing stuff for the website and things like that. So Tuesday I didn't do anything at home because it was our wedding anniversary. So Adele and Jake, their gift to us was like a meal. So Jake got us some fancy crackers, some French cheese, and some like cheese stuffed peppers and olives and stuff like that, which I kept them for the weekend. And so there was a bit of nice bread there as well. So we had that, and I made a salad, so we had that then, so it sort of spread it out a little bit. So we had 2 days of that. And Adele made, well, we had a nice bread and olive oil and balsamic vinegar dip. So she's been listening to me for what I said we'd had to eat when we were away and what I liked. And then she made mushroom risotto with prawns on top, which was absolutely beautiful. Really enjoyed that. And then for dessert she made individual cheesecakes, strawberry cheesecake, and they were really, really nice. Really nice. So it's a good job she only made one each. Otherwise it would have been all dipping in. They're not quite as solid as a normal cheesecake because it was in a glass bowl, and she'd got my glass bowls out of the cupboard, which I don't use them because they're quite fine, and we had them as a wedding present. So they're 42 years old, the glass bowls, and yeah, they're still going strong. They probably will be going strong because, like I said, they don't come out very often, because I don't like other people washing them up, because I'm frightened to death they're going to get broken, and I don't want to break them. So yeah, so we had a lovely evening. So then really it was sort of getting back to normal for Wednesday throughout the week, which I've been sewing down at the shop. I've made 2 baskets this week, and the rest of them are zipper pouches that I've been making, and I've been using some of the scrap fabric up. So I've been using the lemon fabric, the cat fabric, the pink fabric with the toadstools on, some of the spots, and then the black fabric with the toadstools and butterflies on. And I'd planned Sunday to have a sewing day. Nothing else, no housework, nothing, just sewing. Kevin and Adele were out at a convention, so I thought, free time, I'm going to sew. Did I get any sewing done? Did I? Heck as like. I managed to do 2 pouches because I thought, right, I've taken my bag of scraps home with me, and I thought in an evening I'll try and just work on them. And I thought, perfect day Sunday. Well, everything that could go wrong went wrong. I spilt my iced coffee. I hadn't got enough fabric for the lining. I'm using the scraps, so I got them cut out. No waste, which was great. Got the fleece ironed on. That all went great. Started doing the tabs, and then I couldn't find them after I'd made them. So goodness knows where they went to, because I couldn't find them. They weren't in the bin, so they just disappeared. I'm sure they'll turn up one day. Oh dear. Then I found some fabric for a liner for one of the bags, and then I found a bit more for the other one. That was it. So I made 2. I eventually got 2 put together. Then my zips weren't long enough for the other bags. Then I broke a zip. Then I cut the fabric wrong twice for one bag. So to say I wasn't in a very good mood yesterday, oh my word, I was really in a bad mood myself. Just cross at myself for being stupid. And then you feel just down in the dumps because you just feel rubbish. And I thought, right, 4:30, I thought, that's it. Let's go in the house, get a cup of tea and go do something else. So I did. I went in. Even the cats were all asleep. I've never known them be so quiet. So I sat down and I watched a couple of channels on YouTube, chilled out a bit, and thought, right, I need to do something now because nobody's coming in till late evening, and it was quite late when they got back in. So I thought, right, I'll go off upstairs and do some crochet. So the crochet will continue when I get home. I can tell you how that went. Right, so what I've been making this week, I have made 2 baskets. This is using the squares from that pack, not that quarter pack, from that pack that I got. So this is one of them. So it's slightly different. So these are just slightly bigger than a small basket. So it's lined with a nice blue cotton, and I found some spot fabric in my stash, so I thought that went really well. And there's your box bottom there. So I have used all but 3 squares. So with the 3 squares that are left, I'm going to turn them into lavender bags, so they'll be rectangles, which will be fine for these. I've got 3 bags, so it'll be fine for these. I know they're a different shape to normal, but otherwise they're just going to sit in my stash and they'll never get used. So this is the second one. All these colours go together really, really well. And we've got the blue inside again and the spotty for the handle. Right, so I found a piece of this spot, so I made a little zipper pouch, and it's got the spot on the inside, so that will go with the floral pumpkin bag. So that's one. Then this fabric, I have got 2 book pouches, which is slightly smaller than what I normally make, but if you just bear with me a second, I will go and get a book and then we can see what size book will fit. Right, I've got a book. Now this is a standard size book. There's about 405 pages in here, so we'll just see how this fits in this. There we go. That is actually a perfect fit. So you wouldn't get anything much bigger in there. So I'd say maybe 410 pages, but I love this fabric, absolutely love it. But yep, that fits in there nice and snugly. Or maybe a Kindle. I don't really know what size Kindles are these days. I know there's a 6-inch one, and I know there's some new ones out, so that might work. But there's no poppers on these, so I've got 2 of them. then I've got two bigger bags. So these have got zips in. Now I think they're both the same colours inside. I will just check. Yeah, they've both got, it's like an off-white with a white pattern on, so it's like white on white or white on ivory. And these are like that. So you could use that for cross stitch or any hand sewing projects, and obviously it will take yarn. So I will get some yarn and we'll see how much it holds. And it will hold 300 grams of yarn comfortably in there, which is nice. So small projects, and the bag is not bulging too much. So you've got a nice box bottom on there. So I've got two of those. There we go. Just take the yarn out. So I think I've used up all the fabric from that. So then I've got a flat zipper pouch. And that's got a lining that sort of goes with the butterflies on the front there. So this would be ideal for crochet hooks, pencils, pens, any bits and bobs, your scissors, anything you want really. So there's one of those. And then I've got a piece of this left over. So I made another pouch. All these different pouches are all different sizes. So this was a scrap piece, so I've just trimmed it up and I've put the same on the inside as I have on the outside. So there's no waste, there's no me having to go and find some more fabric and cut that up. But I think the zip goes really well with it. So we've got one of those. I mean, I have got plenty of this fabric in stock. It's just that I wanted to use up what I'd already cut into, which I have done. So I'm quite pleased with that. Then the next one, I've got a piece of leftover cat fabric. So we've got another pouch there. This is the one I broke the zip on. So I had to replace the zip. So it's got ivory on the inside with little ivory flowers. So you'll probably get crochet hooks in here. So all the measurements will be on the website when I put these on, because like I said, they're all different. Then I've got 3 lemon ones. So this lemon has got a stripy inside. That's the small one. And the medium one has got a lemon fabric on the inside and a yellow zip on. I think these are quite handy just to slip in your handbag or your craft bag, because you could put your threads in or anything like that if you wanted to. So this is the bigger one. Yellow zip, and it's got yellow fabric on the inside, which I need to hand stitch the opening, so I've got to do them. I might save that little job for the morning. And the next little job I've done is all of these. This is the last of this fabric now, it's all gone. I have literally got a couple of scraps and that's about it. I might, if I'm lucky, be able to get a couple of lavender pouches, but I'll have to say they might not be very big. Right, you just have to excuse me a second while I have a little drink of water because I'm getting a bit of a dry throat. Oh, that's better. I've just had my lunch. I've had a nice prawn salad. Right, so these are all different sizes. Like I said, they will all be on the website and all the sizes will be there. So we've got a pink lining, we've got a little box bottom there, so that's that one. So these were my practice ones to get my zips right, because I don't really do zips. So that's a little box bottom, nice notions bag. This has got the green line in them. It took me, I did 2 bags, and on the 3rd bag I got the zip right how I want it. I've always stayed clear from zips because I hate doing them, but I've done that many zip pouches now over the last couple of days. I actually quite enjoy doing them now. Now I've got it right, I have no trouble. So then I've got 3. These 3 are all the same size. I think they've just got a different colour lining in. Yeah, I've got one with the green. Yeah, one with the green with the leaves on, and 2 that's got a pink. So you've got a small box bottom there. So you could use that as like a makeup bag, or for your tools, for your crafting, anything you like. So yeah, these 2 have got the pink lining in, and they are both the same. Right, well, that's all I've been sewing, all I've managed to get done this week, which I don't think is too bad really. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 5, we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. I've got 17. I've made 17 bags this week, which is not bad at all. I've been busy. Right, well, that's all the handmade things. So what I'm going to do now is share the new fabric that I've got in. So if you're not interested in the fabric and the cross stitch kits, I quite understand, and I'll hopefully see you next week. But if you're going to stick with me for a bit longer, thank you. And the first things I'm going to show you are the 3 autumn fabrics that I've got in, and I am looking forward to making some zipper pouches with these. So like I said, I'm going to do some for cross stitch bags. So, since that was one of the requests when I asked what I could make with my scraps really, and it was suggested cross stitch bags, so I thought, well, why not, now before I continue, cross stitch bags, do you think a gusset would be good in the bottom or just flat? I'm thinking probably flat, but it'd be nice to have your opinion. Let me know down below what you think, whether they should be a gusseted bag or they should be flat, and should the zip be on the top or should it be something like, you know, the zip down the center? Let me know before I start making. Right, the first one I've got to share with you, this gorgeous leafy one. I think that's beautiful, and this will make some nice baskets and some nice bags, definitely. It is slightly richer in real life than what it's showing up here, but it's still gorgeous. So that's the first one. I better move my water out the way before I knock that over. And the next one is pumpkins. Have I got it right? Pumpkins and a bite wheel, which is really nice, and some butterflies on there. And that's got a lovely greeny blue background. That's absolutely beautiful, this. And then the third one has got a sort of a white background, and it's full of butterflies. So all of these 3 go together. So it would be nice to have, well, you could have an outer basket in any of the colours and have the lining and the handle in one of the other fabrics, which would be nice. You have to let me know which is your favourite. Butterflies, pumpkins, or the leaves. I like all 3 of them, so I can't decide. But yes, you'll have to let me know down below which you like the best. Right, and the next 3 fabrics, these are bees. It's bees, that's all I can say really. The background is, I would say it's like a lavender, very, very pale lavender, and if you look very closely, I think it should pick up, it's got like little seeds in the background. So I mean, how beautiful is that? Perfect for bags, perfect for baskets. Now yet again, do I make baskets? Do I make zipper pouches? Let me know down below what you think. And this is the, yes, I got it the right way around. So the background is honeycombed and hives. The colour is blowing out a little bit. This is going to be a fun one to photograph, I think. And the third one is a mixture of jars of honey, honeycombs, flowers, things like that. So that's gorgeous. So these three would make nice baskets. What do you think? So should I make baskets, small baskets? Small baskets seem to be selling better than the medium and the large. The medium's the second best seller, I think, and the large, I might have only sold a couple of them. So what do you think? Should I make baskets or should I make project bags or cross stitch bags? And last off is cross stitch kits. So I've got 3 small and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 larger ones. So the first one is skeleton cat. I know these are not going to be for everybody, but Halloween is quite popular. So we've got the spider and the web. That's quite nice and colourful. And we've got the witch's legs, which I quite like that one myself. We've got Frankenstein's monster, so that is very cute. We've got the moon with the witch flying over. We've got haunted house. Now the canvas is white for that one, so I don't know if you probably have to stitch it in blue for that, but that's quite nice. I quite like these. These are the bats, and of course it's purple, my favourite colour. Then there's the devil, but it's a cute devil. Oh, and last but not least, my favourite, this beautiful black cat sat on a pumpkin. So I think this is something I will have to do, but I don't know when. So I might have to put one on one side. But I love that. So yeah, that's all I've got to share with you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get all the bags photographed. Then I'm going to go home. And then I'm going to come back and finish off the vlog at home and share my progress on my crochet. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all shortly. And I'm back home now. For you it's just been a couple of seconds. For me it's 3 hours. Because when I'd finished filming and I thought, right, I'll get some pictures of the bags, and it was all quiet down there. So I could hear the rumbling of the thunder outside. So I had a quick look outside just to make sure it wasn't raining. I thought, I think it's time to go home. And it was. On the way home, it's all uphill for me. So I was having to hurry up because I thought the rain is a-coming, and the sky had gone from a lovely sunny day and warm. And it was cool. And the thunder, and it was following me up the street as well. So by the time I got in, I got a little bit wet because I didn't have a coat. I didn't even have my umbrella with me today. I don't know why I hadn't got it in my bag, but I hadn't. So I did get a little bit wet, so hopefully the hair's not too messy at the minute. But yeah, so when I got in, I just settled down for a little bit. I watched a couple of I watched a YouTube channel and had a nice coffee to calm me down. Yeah, So, crochet time. So I finally finished week, what is it? Week 3. I've got 7, so I'm not sure. I have a feeling I might have done one too many, but I don't know. So that's them all done. So I've got 7 there, which is good. So I'm on week 8, and that's week 8. So I've got 1 done, and I've got that far this morning. So this will be finished off tonight, so then I will have 2 done. So we're on track for finishing on Friday, and I've just downloaded the last week of the cal. So what I'll be doing next week, or from the weekend for me, is joining it together with like a V-stitch. So this is something I've never done before. I think I might have done a V-stitch in a project once upon a time, but I've never actually joined crochet squares together like this. So that's going to be interesting. So I'm looking forward to watching the video just to see how easy it is to do, and hopefully I will manage it. But the wool's lasting quite well. This is my second ball of white, so that's going okay. So I've got another full ball of white left, and everything else is, well, you can see in the basket I've still got plenty of yarn left. So yeah, it'll be nice when it's finished though, because I'm going to hang it up in the shop. So I'm looking forward to that. But I think I might get these blocked this week, just to get try and get them back in shape. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm looking forward to getting it finished, and then I can get back on with my cardigan and the little pig. Right, so I think that's about all I've got to share with you this week. Yeah, there's nothing else I've got to tell you. Once I finished editing this vlog, it's time for tea, I think, really. And I think tonight I'm going to make a vegetarian shepherd's pie or something like that. I've got a recipe somewhere. I've got a really big bag of chopped up butternut squash that my son picked me up from. It's called the Company Shop here in the UK. Because they go shopping there, so he phoned me up and said, did I want some veg? So I've got a big bag of butternut squash. I thought that'll do for the mash. And then I've got a big bag of onions, so I need to chop them all up, and I'm just going to put them in the freezer, so whenever I need any onions I can just grab a bag out. I'll probably chop them up per onion so I know how much is in the bag. And then there was a packet of a free packet of mixed veg which looked perfectly well. There's nothing wrong with any of them, they're all still in date. So that's my job for this evening. And I think we'll be having a latest tea tonight. So it's going to be all go, crochet, cooking, editing photographs for the vlog. So yeah. Well, I hope everybody has had a lovely week. I hope the weather's not been too bad for you. It's been a little bit warm here, but like I say, we've had a thunderstorm at long last, and it seems to have cooled down a little bit. So let's hope it stays cool down for a little while. Oh, sorry about the glare on my glasses, but as you can see I've changed places, and the light just sort of just behind the camera, and I'm trying to keep my head in one place so the light doesn't shine on my glasses. But I've got my ironing board up just over here, because obviously, like I said, I've been crafting at home and I just couldn't be bothered to move it all. So have a lovely week, everybody. Happy crafting, or whatever it is you're doing. Let me know what you're up to this week. It'd be nice to hear what you're doing, and I will see you all again next week for another crafty vlog. And let's keep our fingers crossed that I have a decent Sunday of crafting, or whatever I plan to do. So take care, everyone, and happy crafting.